pleasure to speak with you. I did this interview last year on the show we're going to talk about that was at the Great Fallsview Casino. It was probably the biggest response of all the holiday interviews that I did. People love this show. For folks who are going, what show are they talking about? What show is returning to the Niagara Falls area?
Well, it's the one and only Christmas and Ice.
What makes this show so special? Let folks know about this because I got to tell you something. I've gone to a lot of ice shows. This one is probably the most acrobatic that I've ever seen.
It's a fantastic show, and for people that have seen the show before, I think this year is the 13th or 14th year that it's ran at the Fallsview Casino. And we love Fallsview Casino. We love being in Niagara Falls, and we love all the people there that come and see all of our shows. But it's the uniqueness of the show, the Avalon showroom, where we build the ice rink into the middle of the showroom. So the guests are all around the ice pond. They get to feel that energy from the ice skaters as they're going past them. They get to feel that breeze. And, every now and then they get the ice thrown off the ice rink onto their faces, onto their laps, which sounds hideous, but it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, it's the new things that we bring every year that I think just keep the show fresh and keep returning guests something new to see, something new and exciting. And mix that with a holiday show. Who couldn't want to love a holiday show? Ice dancers, singers, skaters, an aerial skater, children skaters. We got a 9-year-old skater this year and an 11-year-old. So it's all great. It's a great cocktail of Christmas that everybody loves.
Now, for folks who don't know, what is an aerial skater?
So I've got several of them that work for me in different shows that I produce. This year, Ali is our aerial skater. So she's a professional figure skater who's also developed the art of doing aerial acrobatics. And what she's done, which is quite unique, and there's only 2 or 3 of them in the world that do this, is she's combined her two talents of skating and aerial acrobatics into one act. So she skates around the ring and she flies up and she does crazy stuff and then she lands. You know, most people are crazy enough to only do one of these talents at a time, but Ali does both of them at the same time. So it's one of the few places you can get to see it at the Fallsview Casino.
The other performers too. Are they international performers, people who have competed for years?
They are. So a lot of our shows, we like to bring talent from all around the globe. So we've got Americans, British, Russians, Ukrainians, a couple of Canadians. We always like to bring our Canadians to Canada. So yeah, it's a mixture of talent from all over the place. Not just the skaters either. We got singers and dancers from all over the world. And like I said, we like to do that with all our shows. It just gives that international flair, international feel to the shows.
And you kind of mentioned already, which is why I'm like this. It's a Christmas theme. What are some of the things that we can experience during that, enjoying that Christmas theme?
Well, everything that you would expect and want in a Christmas show. We just do it everything 100%. So there's some fantastic Christmas shows out there in the world. Of course there is, but we've got it all. We've got fantastic 10 amazing world-class ice skaters, dancers, singers, every single Christmas song you can imagine. I was actually working on some edits this morning on some of the music, and this year's show's got like 79 different versions of Christmas songs in mixed together in different medleys and different mixes of music. So it's just exciting. It's really high energy, exciting Christmas extravaganza of a show.
Is this just a one night show, or can we see a few more of these in Niagara?
So no, this runs for just over 3 weeks. Runs through December 18th. So I think it's about 28 shows during the run. So
So
yeah,
there's no excuse to miss this.
absolutely not. And from what I understand, and the show sells out all the time.
It does.
So it's super, super popular. So, grab the tickets, get in touch with the casino, make sure you get those tickets, get them early, because from what I understand, every year, the further the run goes on, obviously, the closer we get to Christmas, it fills up really well. And what the casino do now for this show, I'm not sure if it's for every show, but for Christmas and Ice, it's for family as well. So they bring your
Yeah.
kids to see the show. Which is really kind of cool over the last year or so, being there and producing the show. seeing the audience and then seeing children's faces, and there's just big smiles on their face as all this crazy stuff is happening on stage. It really brings Christmas to the youth as well. So it's awesome.
You never know. You could be inspiring some child who is watching this, and then who knows, years later, they could be part of this show too. You
Well,
never know what's going to happen.
the very first year I produced Christmas on Ice was in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And a skater that worked for me then, a 20-year-old skater called Natalia, her daughter, Sasha, is actually our 9-year-old skater in the show this year. So it's kind of come full circle. I put out some Facebook stuff where we do our casting, etc., earlier in the year, and Natalia reached out. I haven't spoken to her for 15 years, and she was like, "Hey, my daughter's crazy on the ice." I was like, "Great, send me a video." And she's like, she's insane. She's amazing. She's sort of doing cartwheels and backflips on the ice. I'm like, is this AI or is she really 9 years old? And it's her daughter. So it's really, really cool because it's kind of come full circle. Like one of our professional skaters' daughter is now going to be in the show.
Cannot wait. Thank you so much for doing this interview. Thank you so much for bringing the show back to the Niagara area so this can be once again part of our Christmas tradition. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you again.
And to you, thank you for having me anytime.